Let me tell you a little story about a girl named Jaime. Jaime was 16, drop dead gorgeous, and on top of the world. She had a great relationship with someone she really cared about. She had a great job helping with the community and was on the honor roll at her high school. Jaime wasn't a shy girl by any means, very outspoken. Needless to say, she got along with anyone she ever met. Jane grew up with a semi-religious family with specific views on certain subjects. Her parents taught her the difference between right and wrong, and how being a homosexual is wrong. Jane understood and lived by those principles, rules, bullshit for nearly her entire life. Then she met a girl and fell in love. They were together for nearly 3 years before she came out to her loving parents. A divorce ensued 2 weeks later, and her father moved to another city nearly 200 miles away. Jane was forced into moving with her father, leaving her girlfriend behind. She was heartbroken, but kept a strong attitude toward the relationship and their future together. About 6 months later, James' father had to come back to town to go through the divorce court and sign all appropriate documents. Jane came with him so that she could reconnect with her girlfriend. She calls her girlfriend up and tells her that she's in town. Meet her at the door because she's on her way over. Her girlfriend runs down the stairs, nearly tripping over each step on the way. She flings open the door, and there stood Jaime. Or what was left of her. You see, along with this move to Shit Town, USA, Jaime had picked up a new hobby: heroin. Her healthy glow was gone and replaced with a dark, hollow, fiendish sort of aura. She didn't have a bounce in her step or a smile on her face. She had lost at least 20 pounds from her once beautiful or ideal figure. Her hair was nappy and her clothes reeked. It was the beginning of summer, and yet Jaime stood there in a long-sleeved shirt and shorts. Her girlfriend, thinking something terrible had happened, grabbed her and pulled her inside to the couch. She sat her down and began what would be the hardest conversation either of them would ever have. Questions mostly answered with more questions about money and drugs. Jaime's faithful girlfriend was in tears as she dragged her frail body into the car. "We're going to rehab," she said. So off they drove. They got to the facility an hour later. They went inside and started on the paperwork, tears dripping onto the pages and smearing the ink. Jaime's girlfriend handed the clipboard to the lost girl she used to love and pointed where to sign. "Just sign your name here." But Jaime refused, stating that she wouldn't do it, that she loved the way the drugs felt more than anything her girlfriend ever gave her. Her girlfriend left her there, in the faithful hands of professionals. She never looked back or gave it a second thought. She had lost everything 6 months ago, but had only just realized it that day. She felt like a failure, but she knew it was the right thing to do. I still don't know what happened to her, all because she had a fun night with heroin and got addicted. I fucking loved that girl.